Guys, wait. I'm going to use that one. Positive anode, negative cat. Oh, my God. I had to play this flippy-floppy game in my brain that's like, there's a T in cathode, that's plus, but it's opposite, so it's actually the anode, which is like not a good way to learn it.
It sounds like you're already panicking.
Panic.
Kylie, what are you studying in school? I'm assuming that you're a student.
I have not been a student for 3 years, but I am going back to school this fall, so you're right. But it's new for me. And I'll be going for my bachelor's in electrical engineering.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have my associates in general engineering.
Okay.
So I've been in industry since I got my associates from a community college in my area.
Yeah.
And then I got this internship, and like I've gone out on the Atlantis for Woods Hole. I worked at Teledyne building gliders for a while. I was a technician on a UNOL ship. So I earned a lot of electrical technical skills.
Yeah.
And now I'm going back to help figure out the rest of the theory behind it.
Wicked. What school are you going to?
I'm going to URI.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Should be fun because they have like a good oceanography school, so it'll be like they'll have applications and technology like related to this stuff.
Yeah.
And mentorship for people that understand this industry, so I'm excited.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It's the right that is my birthday present to myself. It's like it's like a new decade, a new year. It's a big, I'm growing, and like I don't want to wait anymore before using all the math and physics I already learned.
Yeah.
Right. It's just gonna get harder.
Sure. Yeah.
I think that's
it's a little bit of if you don't
use it, you lose it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Those neural pathways just aren't as reinforced.
So I'm gonna go back.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Added value.
Here's a double integral. Oh, that's easy to forget.
I always say to everybody too, like if I can get through it, you can get through it. Because I started college, I failed both my math placement tests, so I had to start with math 001.
Oh, yeah. I failed math at university.
Yeah, I had to do fractions and decimals up through, like, college algebra, pre-calc, trig, blah, blah, blah. Calc 1 was the first class I actually needed for my degree, and it took me 4 semesters to get there. And then I took all three calculuses and DFQs, differential equations.
Oh, okay.
And I started tutoring it, not because I was really good at it, but because I was like, I remember it was so fresh.
That's a great strategy.
That's really good, yeah. I got
because if you can teach it, you really have to understand it in order to teach it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Don't discount yourself because you've failed a course or don't grasp a concept or whatever.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's timing too. Like sometimes you are not ready to like tackle that certain thing until like later in life or whatever.
I was never ready for math. I never passed a math midterm in my university career. Not one.
I think I blamed a lot of instructors in my past.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't think I had great math teachers.
That's a major break.
I mean, I don't want to hold them entirely responsible.
Well, it's like all those upper level science courses. It gets so much harder because a lot of times you don't have. Again, not blaming instructors, but
no. I was lucky when I got to university. I had really good math teachers.
Yeah.
And like good peer group too. I found like study groups and working through problems with my fellow students was the
way to
real
go.
key.
Yeah. So Kylie, just so you know, you now have a birthday drink named after you. It's called
children named after me? What?
No,
an ice cream flavor.
Oh,
no. It's like a drink. Hold on, I'll read it out for you. So it's called the Kylie Kick, and it's made in Vancouver. And I'm looking for it. Okay, so it's got 2 shots of espresso, 2 tablespoons of sugar syrup, and 6 ounces of cold milk.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, so it's the Kylie Kick up in Vancouver.
I gotta go to Vancouver.
I know. So I'm like, if you go to Vancouver and you're like, Kylie Kick's named after me, do you get an unlimited supply?
I don't know if we need an unlimited supply.
Go to the Vancouver.
It's a lot of milk. I'll have calcium for years.
Well, I was like, that's a lot of espresso. 2 shots of espresso.
No, that's good. That's kosher. 2's good. 1's fun. 2's great.
Wait, 2 ounces or 2?
2 shots.
2 shots.
Or maybe it's 2 1-ounce shots. I don't know.
Depends how you define it. Kylie brought her own espresso machine onto the machine. I say espresso contraption onto the ship.
I did. It's like it doesn't require power. It just requires hot water and
Kylie power.
elbow strength.
Your old boy did that for years when we were traveling with Ropos. He actually had a tote, it was called a coffee tote.
That's
and
awesome.
There was
Ooh.
an espresso machine in there and 14 different kinds of beans. And
Yeah.
just awesome.
That's cool. That's a luxury. That's when I was like, I'm a grown up. I'm a contractor. I need this for myself. I need this to do my job well.
Keith eventually gave up on it because the kids would never clean it.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
they'd use it and they'd walk away, and he
Yeah.
handed out cleaning thing like 6 times a day. And he said, you know what? Okay, we're done.
You're
Yeah.
abusing it. Yeah. I'm lugging it around.
This
I'm
is
cleaning
why
up
we can't
after
have
you.
nice things.
Do you have an espresso machine at home?
No. Well, I do. Yeah. It's the same one.
I've hit.
That's the one I
So
bring.
you've got 2?
I mean, why would I have 2? I use.
Maybe you want a fancy like super skookum unit at home, and then you have your little travel go one. I don't know.
I mean, maybe when I make more money.
I have
can
2.
afford
I have 2
One's-
AeroPresses.
One works and it works, so I'm happy with it.
Susan and I used to have espresso after dinner every night.
That's
And,
so good. So
we-
nice.
At some point, I bought a French press because visiting my brother, he had a French press, and I thought it was really sharp. So it's after we got the French press, the espresso machine grew cobwebs.
really?
Yeah.
I did the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I was French press, and I finally got an espresso machine, and I slum it out here with the French press, but I prefer the espresso at home every day. But I've heard the same from other people too. They switch from espresso over to French press.
Well, it's a lot easier.
The
to
labor.
be-
Yeah.
This is my secret weapon,
Yeah,
French press in the thermos.
that's pretty convenient.
The only
That's-
thing I don't like about the Bodum, such a good thermos that you make a coffee, you can't drink it for about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like the Nautilus mugs. Same thing. It's just
Yeah.
Holds heat for in perpetuity.
I sometimes make my second coffee of the day first thing.
Have an espresso.
Every day I do that actually.
Have an espresso so I get to have fancy drinks with ease. And then they give you different recipes too on how
Right.
to do different things.
Sure, yeah.
My favorite is like their iced coffees. You know, they're only like seasonal, but they're so good.
Oh, well, you know what I was doing this summer, which I don't know if that's a real thing. Maybe it's blasphemy. Anyway, I would put a bunch of like 4 or 5 ice cubes in a cup, put that under my espresso machine, and pull the shot.
Yes, it's an affogato.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, yes. You missed the earlier
You missed the
conversation, but it was
introductions.
about
Oh.
our like special question
'Kay.
was like, what is your favorite ice cream? And Nova had said like affogatos, which is ice cream and espresso.
Okay, mine are ice cubes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
4 or 5 ice cubes.
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
Roger.
So iced espresso.
Iced espresso, yeah.
Oh.
So on a really, really hot day where it's like 36 out and you just want to sip a coffee still,
Oh,
It's like
nice.
instantly cold. You don't have to do the cold brew where you wait
800
think ahead.
days,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can't wait 800 days for coffee. It's just not, it's not going to work for me. Get cold coffee right now and it's not watered down any more than Americano would be.
Right. Is it? It would be more watered down than a regular espresso.
It would be much more watered down than espresso, yeah, but so is Americano because you're adding water to it. But instead of adding hot water, I add frozen water.
Americano. I like how you say it.
That's how we say it.
I
in
say
Canada.
Americano.
Americans
Americano.
tend to say Americano, yeah.
Right, I know, so it's cool.
I feel like it's Americano. We're American. We know how to say it.
We call it back bacon. What do you guys call it?
Back bacon?
Canadian
Pea meal bacon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just cultural differences. It's fine.
It actually, I worked at a restaurant that we had the difference between back bacon and Canadian bacon ham, or whatever, you know, like, and the Canadians would always come into the restaurant and they'd be so excited. They're like, oh, you know what that is?
You know,
I've had American friends refer to that as Canadian bacon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just cultural differences.
I never heard of back bacon.
It's the same as Canadian bacon.
Well,
it's just we don't call it that.
Raj.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now
Yeah,
I do.
Learning.
I am learned.
Somebody said pea meal bacon.
I did.
Yeah.
Call it what?
Pea meal bacon.
So often the back bacon is rolled in pea meal before it's
Okay.
sliced.
I've heard cornmeal.
It's really nice.
Now I'm hungry.
I had about 3 of those little loaves with the black stuff on it downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had 3 of them, like within an hour. What am I doing? They were great.
You're vibrating in your seat, Trevor, just like sugar buzz.
They weren't even that sweet. I mean, they were kind of sweet, but
They're perfect.
they're quite good, yeah.
All right, we're approaching our 1,000-meter mark.
Ish, yeah.
I saw your phone case and I was like, are you doing watercolors up here?
That'd be bold.
Yeah, I got it on Amazon. It's pretty cool. It's hard to lose.
Yeah. I don't know, I see people riding the ferry with these like little mint tin sized oil paint kits,
Oh, cool.
painting tiny little landscapes.
They're painting them on the size of the tin?
Well, like the tin holds the paint and their canvas.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
Tiny landscapes.
I guess Fabio went to do processes last push core.
You had one more.
He and Ashley are in the wet lab.
This is more usable now.
Nice.
I still don't like it. I don't like it. It's actually, you can kind of like get over focused on it versus like when I do it this way, I want to get in and get out with the gauges,
right,
and then go back to like all the other things.
I think that might help that you can see, whereas you have some of the less see capable people trying to write this tiny little thing. I think that really trips them up.
Yeah. I edited this form to make it bigger,
Nice.
and then there was a printing problem, and then like 800 copies of the old version got printed. So it was like, well, I guess we're sticking with this then.
Oh, well. I'm glad we put the compass on the porch. And we know which way we're heading.
It's not a compass.
Well, it says north. We're heading that way, aren't we?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the bullseye level because everybody calls it a compass.
Oh, no, that's in the toolbox.
Got an updated picture.
Oh, good one.
She's going full Einstein. She needs a haircut.
That's good.
Oh my gosh. So much love. Dogs are good.
Dogs are good.
Thank God for dogs.
How many people in the van have a dog? I also have a dog.
What's your dog's name, Will?
My dog's name is Copper.
Copper. I think
How-
I see that.
Beagle,
How old?
unknown. I've had him for 8 years,
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Was he?
but he was a rescue.
Did he have like puppy energy when you got him?
No, he had like runaway beagle energy.
Mm.
So
Oh.
it's one of those dogs that's maybe too smart for his own good.
Sure.
Right on. That's cool.
Yeah,
How tall is he?
he's beagle sized.
Like a 2 feet?
He's a husky kind of. He's like, I think there's 2 different breeds of beagle. There's like the American, which is a slimmer, smaller dog, and there's like a chunkier version that's like maybe UK based. I don't know.
Okay.
He's on the chunky side.
Nice.
Chonky.
Stout, stocky.
Stocky. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Stocky beagle.
He's a good boy.
Dogs are so good.
That's so nice, like the rescue thing too. Give a dog a good home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually like a beagle-specific rescue in Newfoundland
Oh,
called
wild.
beagle paws, because they're really commonly mistreated as hunting dogs, like just
Oh,
left
yeah.
outdoors for their entire lives, and
Right.
or there's actually a lot of pharmaceutical testing that,
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, because they're so docile,
right.
Oh.
they make, I guess, good test subjects
Huh.
for pharmaceuticals and cosmetics and stuff like that.
Crazy.
Yeah. What kind of dog do you have, Trevor?
We got a mutt, another rescue as well. Probably healer, and probably maybe shepherd, maybe Akita, something like that. I mean, there was.
Is it a big dog?
He's
sounds-
55 pounds,
Yeah, okay.
so medium sized, I guess, medium to large, but not extra large. Anyway, his name's Winston. His birthday is tomorrow, and he's turning 5.
5-year-old Winston. He must still have puppy energy a bit.
At 5?
Yeah.
No, he's a very serious dog. He
Is
doesn't
he?
know how to play.
Winston is serious? That's why you gave him the name Winston.
Oh, no, he came with Winston.
It's a very sophisticated,
Very
civilized
sophisticated.
dog.
He's been knighted, Sir Winston.
Little nepotism going on there. Your dog is a shepherd.
Yeah, wasn't until we got him. Yeah, but the healer in him is pretty funny. A trait of healers that I didn't know is if they're running through bushes or whatever, they'll drop their ears back, but they can also do it independently.
Oh,
like,
cool.
Neat.
Walking on my left or whatever against the bushes, his left ear will just like flap down every time there's a bush coming over. I didn't know that was a thing, and then I found out that that's a healer trait, or some kind of cattle dog breed type trait.
What kind of dog do you have, Kylie? Sorry.
It's okay. If there wasn't a Keely on board, I'd be like, what?
Keely does have a dog, and she'll tell you all about her dog when she's on watch. Let's hear about Kylie's dog.
I have a
You have
Bichon
17 meters.
Shih Tzu mix. What?
17 meters for the story.
Oh, Raj. I have a Bichon Shih Tzu mix, and she's 11 years old. I got her when I was 18, when she was a puppy, and she's so cool. She's annoying. She doesn't pay rent. She bosses me around. I love her a lot.
She won't pay rent.
She's like, she treats me like I owe her favors, and I'm like, listen, lady, you got a freaking life here. But it's like, I'm really grateful because she's like the only thing that's been steady over the past 11 years. Like, you change friends, you change cars, you change apartments, places, jobs, you know, all of it. You grow up, right, between like 19 and 30, and she's steady as a rock.
Nice.
Nine meters.
Are you 30?
Hmm?
Are you 30?
Today, yeah.
What?
30 today. That's why it's a big birthday. I think that's why people are why I'm letting
Oh,
people.
you said it's a new decade, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2021.
Yeah, I'm kind of basking in it a little bit. It's big year for me.
Nice. Congratulations on making it to 30.
Thank you. I am really excited for the future.
I'm excited for the next 3.5 meters where we can speed up. Right,
Yeah.
we're doing 1,000 meters, we're done.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Confirmed.
Time to switch on the afterburners.
Wait for it. 999.1.
That's it. Bye.
You can go now, yeah.
I'm going to
999.9.5. There's 1,000 meters. All right, full speed ahead.
undo third 28.
Sure, 28 sounds grand.
You want me full wide?
Oh, right, because they had it all zoomed in on the
Oh yeah, let's go
Hercules.
full wide. Let's see how the Parch is doing. Wow, everything's still there. That's great. That's preferred. Oh, I'm not going fast enough. I read that wrong. Speed up. Me.
So is this where the race begins?
Yeah, Kylie will win. She's got birthday energy.
Yeah, I'm at 29, 28, 29.
You annotated every 10 meters, Sean?
I did. It was mind-numbing.
Did you?
I did.
Oh. It's a lot of meters.
It's dedication.
Or perseverant behavior, one or the other. You don't have to be OCD to work here, but it helps.
Attention to detail.
Yeah, especially for stewardship tasks. That's a feature,
Why is this
not a
happening?
problem.
Why did that happen?
Look, if I make this red, it's red.
Yeah, the colors are
So
funny in there, aren't they?
So if I make hard ground fault on Herc red, and then I want to go back and I want to say, but also this part is temp USBL red. Now, I can
that's
only
a
have
great
one or the
feature.
other. Pourquoi?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Fine. Lame alert.
We have a comment that that thing on top of Hercules looks like a creepy face. I'm not sure I see it.
Can
Oh,
zoom
there.
in video?
Oh, wait, the
Not up there.
sextant camera case?
I see that now.
Maybe you zoom in, please? Yeah, that is not very appetizing.
Ooh.
There's
Great.
also about 5 different happy birthday Kylies.
Thank you.
Oh, great.
So did they play that lame disco birthday song
I
again?
have it stuck in my head. They haven't played it yet. They're gonna. Oh. Sorry.
It's your birthday.
Celebration all night long. Oh.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
And may all your dreams come true.
Don't worry,
that'll help
guys.
you
I'm
out,
turning
don't
her
worry.
down.
That's it. That's all I got. I'm just getting ready.
It's just,
Getting
it's just
hyped up.
anything else.
You guys got to let me go to dinner first. Otherwise, there won't be any cake when you go.
That's true.
I know. I thought
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, good point. Yeah, you've earned it.
What happens if somebody has a birthday on a Sunday? Is it ice cream cake?
Maybe.
Ooh.
He has
What a
made ice
concept.
cream cake before when I've been on board.
Has he?
Yeah.
Ice cream cake is delicious. I like the middle part, the crumbly bit.
That's my favorite part as well. Especially if it's like a chocolate crumble.
Make sure your mic's close
It's
to your
very
mouth,
soft,
please.
yeah.
Oh, better now?
Yeah.
Chocolate crumble.
You're going too fast.
Fine. I'm just excited, okay? Is there any tall stuff here?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Not in the direct vicinity,
How indirect of the vicinity is the tall stuff?
40 kilometers away.
Oh, that's not, yeah, that's not direct. Roger. Slower still.
Yeah.
Hello.
We're not collecting 2 sets of push cords, are we? We can't.
No, just 5.
Looks like that's our first stop,
Okay.
according to the dive
Yeah.
plan. Cascadia BBS
There's also one at the very end of the dive plan.
Cool.
is.
Dump the
There's-
load.
There's what? There's another one?
Yeah, it's probably just a typo or something. An oversight.
Oh, you mean it says collect 5 push cores
As
in the
directed.
dive plan twice?
Yeah.
Seeing as we only brought 5 with us.
Exactly.
No, I'm going too fast. You're going too
No,
slow.
I stopped for too long.
Oh.
I waited to catch up and then I just
Looped?
wandered off.
Is that a common problem?
Eh.
Wandering off?
Yep.
So you have a question asking if there are modular submersibles where you can swap out various arms and slurpers on ROVs. How easy is it to change arms and such?
A lot of AUVs are modular, but I don't know.
Which one?
AUVs? A lot of AUVs are modular.
Yeah, totally. They don't tend to have arms, though.
No, usually not. Or legs.
Or eyes or anything.
They have optical pucks.
Yeah.
They can.
Not very organic.
Hmm?
Not very organic.
No, no, not organic.
Organic eyeballs. To actually answer your question, most ROVs are kind of modular in the things that you want. So, or the things that are kind of realistic. We are Herc is super modular for scientific equipment. We have a bunch of platforms and areas that we can integrate a whole bunch of different scientific equipment, big, small, powered, unpowered, communications, whatever, and different form factors. And we don't really change out manipulators very much because, so our starboard manipulator, the craft arm, it does most of the things we want, but sometimes we have some other niche tasks. One example is capturing corals without killing the whole animal. So we actually have a way to change out the jaws, change out the end effector to something we call the coral cutters. It's a kind of an extendo jaw for the end of the manipulator with some blades attached to it. So we go up, grab the coral, snip it, and stow it. So that part is modular. But as far as the whole manip itself, it kind of does most of the tasks we need. So it's not very modular.
There's some commercial platforms, well, I guess most of the commercial platforms have tool skids that they swap out for specialized tasks.
Yeah.
And I've seen one of those that had a manipulator on it. So, need another arm, just throw on the skid.
I think you'd run out of hydraulic flow to run 3 arms simultaneously.
Well, the ITB vehicle has that, actually.
A third arm?
No, a tool skid arm.
Oh.
It's the starboard manip is on tool skid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they take it off for cable surveys sometimes.
That's right. Yeah.
So we have a question about what happened when we went to the octopus garden. Was anybody here at the octopus garden dive last year?
Last year, no. First year, yeah. And then the second year on Atlantis, yeah.
Apparently last year there was an emergency surface and they're asking if whatever we lost ever got retrieved.
Did we go to the octopus garden last year?
I wasn't there last year.
I was on, but I was on the end of the season. It wasn't that one.
I was on for Octopus Garden last year.
Yeah.
Fairly bizarre exercise.
Something wrong with the vehicles?
Don't specifically recall. We got we ended up bringing an awful lot of fishing gear up.
Ooh, yeah, you don't want that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nets and floats and the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
I don't remember losing anything.
Well, it's good to know the Herc survived it.
Yeah.
I'm curious on that note. Do you think there's a safe way ROVs could be used for marine debris retrieval, like on a large scale?
Absolutely, yeah.
Picking out those spooky ghost nets?
Yeah, we've done that with the Crown Royal and the Falcon. Yeah, we've gone out and found some stuff, and you don't hook into it really, with the ROV. You find the thing, and you put on a float, or put on a string and then tie a float, and then have like a seine boat come by and tie onto it and recover it. But it's mainly marking and attaching with the ROV.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But in a broad sense, I think of an ROV as kind of like a pinpoint surgical tool, and that problem is so widespread. It's just
Yes. Yeah, if it's floating around, you're hopeless. You're not going to have any success there. But if it's in a known location, near old fish farms from the days when they were less responsible, they just throw nets around, then that's a huge initiative now along coastal BC, is cleaning up a lot of the old fish farm stuff. So fish farms are paying for, trying to pay for their the cleanup of their previous mistakes, which is great.
Nice.
we had a DFO tool sled caught up in an abandoned anchor line.
Nice.
For a fishnet, for a
Yikes.
fish farm. I was way up the coast near Bella Bella.
I know the one. I was there at that same spot earlier this year that we were talking about. I didn't know you were on that one. Talking about, oh, we got a thing caught in this line earlier or something. Right by like an hour or two north of Bella Bella, right? Yeah. What's it called? Not Sheep Pass. It's just south of Sheep Pass. Anyway.
Yeah. Can I remember craft disease? Oh, I guess I can't say that. Craft disease. You familiar with craft disease?
Can you call Michael?
Yeah. Mike, control van. I was just calling your name. Kali would like relief.
Before you go, Kylie, there's somebody in Richmond, Virginia who shares your birthday and is going to go celebrate for you.
Happy birthday to them. Enjoy. Be safe. Have fun.
Craft disease.
You?
So we're at 1,500 meters, and we have our target depth is about 2,600 meters, right?
Yeah. 2660. That's what I heard.
Okay, Kylie, we've got a question about what kind of cake you're getting, so
I don't
better let us know.
I will keep you posted.
Surprise cake.
She's hoping for a crepe cake.
Yeah.
I am
Cake.
do
Oh,
some
man.
crepe. I am overdue some crepe. I was fooled out at breakfast.
What is that called? 100-layer cake?
Yeah.
This sounds like something I need.
We will see. I'm happy for whatever effort they make on my behalf, really.
Here's an individual Skittle.
I told you about the Tic Tac lunches.
Try to put 30 candles on it.
You know, my first year it was Bryce's birthday, and they had me bring the cake out to her, and I was like, "Oh my God, don't slip! This thing's on fire! Like, just make it from here to the table." You know,
Yeah.
so nervous.
Is that Bryce Corbett?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Her and I did an internship at Moat Marine Lab in Florida together.
Doing the coral stuff?
Yeah, I did. Well, I was in the chemical, the sorry, not the, why am I blanking now? Ocean acidification lab, and she was in the coral lab.
She's a great, you know, asset, person, friend.
Yeah.
She was going to come out this season, but she got a really great grown-up job. So I'm sure it'll happen eventually because she loves being out at sea. But I'm going off comms.
Well, Bryce, if you're tuning in, shout out to you.
Go enjoy your cake, Kylie.
Gonna do gauges?
Yeah, get those gauges checked, man.
Oh yeah, man. What was it?
Now you got your control shift
Oh,
colon.
we're back in local time? It just changes every day.
Yeah, it's supposed to be local.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Had that argument earlier this season. Oh, it's not UTC, it's UTC.
We have a question asking if the viewers can hear the birthday disco
Control
song.
shift colon. This is the hotkey of the year.
What?
I'm sure we
Probably
could make
not.
that happen, but
I don't even know.
we'd have to ask what it,
Yeah.
what it was.
You could post a link,
out of there
maybe,
and
I
come
don't know.
back.
Yeah.
Do you not
All we know is
think
that
we
it
can
hopped
play
Just
it?
hit it anywhere?
Oh,
You don't
yeah,
think
just
so?
click once.
Legally, we cannot
shift.
play it.
Oh, that's
yes,
true.
okay.
Okay.
There, such a thing as copyright.
There's
Yeah.
also the reason why they don't
do you do
happy
that?
birthday, like the traditional
like
happy
true?
birthday song is
Yeah.
for
Like the
that
perfect
reason
thing?
as well.
It's amazing.
I just learned that today. Greg told me that.
That's a Google Sheets thing?
Yeah.
That's
not
why all the
Excel.
restaurants have their own little thing
So
that
it
they
just takes
do.
local time on the
Exactly,
machine.
exactly. They
Takes
always
local-
have
yeah,
some
exactly,
little
yeah. Oh,
change
wow.
to it.
Ah.
It's pretty sweet.
Can I do
Oh,
this?
viewers will
It's
just
all
have to use
pre-formatted
their
and everything.
imagination.
It's kind of cool to think that there's a bunch of musicians out there writing happy birthday chants
Yeah.
for all of the different chain restaurants in existence.
Could you
I'll sleep
imagine if
better
that was your
tonight.
job? What do you do?
Hey, so that's something fun we could do now is come up with one specific for the Nautilus, if there isn't one already.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huh?
Do we have any
Who's-
musically inclined
I was just
people
gonna
on the
say,
ship?
who's the musically inclined one?
I used to play piano, but that's a long time ago.
I'm good at hitting things, but not on rhythm. But good thing this song doesn't need much rhythm.
My favorite birthday song was, I think there was an episode of The Simpsons or something. It was like Lisa's birthday.
That's right. Michael Jackson was in it.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was there. It was like this weird Chuck E. Cheese knockoff. And the song, I still remember, it was like, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, boy or girl.
So are they going to
So
change it to be more
generic.
inclusive now for the for everybody else?
Yeah, they might have
Yeah.
to change that nowadays.
Or is that your units?
Yeah, that's units. That's looks like about 3.8 units.
So according to the internet, the Happy Birthday song actually went into the public domain in 2015. So they we could potentially start using it again, but now all the restaurants have their own thing.
2015, it took that long, huh?
Yeah, we have a viewer who just said that too. We can sing it all we want. So we have a question about the experiments that we do while ascending and descending. So we did the vertical transect right now, or just a little bit ago, where we measure like what all we see on the way down. We've taken water samples before, right?
Yes.
And what are there any other things we can do while we're descending?
While descending.
CTD?
Yeah, well, the CTD is running constantly, so we're getting a profile of the water column, measuring conductivity, temperature, and pressure. As well, our CTD, I believe, has a dissolved oxygen sensor, optical dissolved oxygen sensor.
We're doing sound velocity profile.
Yep. Yeah, you can do sound velocity profiling. We also have a transmissometer, which measures transmissomity. Sorry, I don't actually know what it measures.
The
Steve said
opposite
he
of attenuation.
Yeah, the
Tur-
opposite of attenuation.
Yes.
Turbidity.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like turbidity, right?
Okay, like an analog for turbidity, yeah. I can see that.
None of this digital turbidity.
Well, in general, you want sensors to be analog. Well, that's a generalization, isn't it?
That might
Yeah.
be, yeah.
Yeah, that's an
But
overgeneralization.
Having a turbidity instrument that only said turbidity or not would be very useful.
Yes, this water is turbid.
Other types of sampling. Sub-bottom profiling, right? You can do that while descending, kind of, in the same spot continuously. It's an acoustic instrument that uses a low-frequency ping to measure backscatter below the surface layer of sediment. Am I speaking? Nobody's nodding their heads.
What?
Sounds plausible. I'm sure someone will correct us.
Yeah. Oh, there's samples. That's it. Oh, I mean, like, I've heard of a thing called a mapper, but I'm not sure what it does.
Miniature autonomous plume recorder.
Oh, okay. That's looking for vent plume?
I mean, I don't know. Yes, it is. Yeah. I think it's just trying something out. We're doing a lot of experimenting with the logging and trying to figure out what works, what doesn't. So I think that's a fine way to do it.
We have a viewer saying that there's a music teacher in their area that uses Nautilus YouTube videos to show inspiration to her students.
Wow.
I think that's pretty cool.
Oh,
That's super cool.
So Nautilus is inspiring musicians. That's pretty sweet.
I wonder what songs they come up with.
Happy birthday.
Where'd you get that hat?
And if they didn't, they will now.
Why am
I want one.
What's happening?
Yeah, I think for like, I think it was like World Oceans
I want
Day or
both.
something. They were actually there was a musician that was using some data, like ocean data, and then converting it into a musical score. And it was really interesting stuff. You know, just like transposing sensor data into like a multitude of sounds and having this interesting soundscape to try and represent what the data of the ocean sounds like. It was quite interesting. I'd recommend looking it up.
That is awesome.
Oh, back to the sampling while descending question. There's an experiment we'll be deploying later on this cruise at Endeavour called the Deep Acoustic Lander. And this is a hydrophone array that you drop off the side of the ship and records on its hydrophones as it descends. Okay. And we'll be dropping that near main Endeavour field. Though I think if you tried putting a hydrophone on the ROV while descending, you just hear the motor. ROVs are very noisy.
What do you think our window is for Endeavour, Will?
What do you mean window?
Well, I hear there might be some foul weather approaching.
I don't know. I let other people tell me what the weather's going to be.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at, see
fair.
what the latest forecast is. Oh, I was on with Steve last night, and he had a really good explanation. Something about an Aleutian low and the heat dome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, all this kind of rough weather we've been experiencing must be influenced from this heat dome on the mainland.
On the other hand, I am supposed to be paying attention at some level.
Allegedly.
We're only taking 2 Niskin samples this time, right? No extras?
So all 6,
I only
right?
see
Dive plan
2.
says 2.
Yeah, I only see 2 in the dive plan.
All 6 Niskins, roger that.
What?
I think that's what happened last time.
There's 2 by the CTD. Is there any others?
Not until after the push cores and the larval traps, if so.
Okay.
Just
So it
sorting
sounds
out
like
my sample numbers back here.
Possibly more than 2?
Usually you always take them with the push cores. If
Yeah,
it's for Fabio, he's going to need them for eDNA.
Right, and then the ones by the CTD are reference ones, I believe. So
Yes,
I think that does sound
for
like one, too.
Winklers.
For the what?
Winkler titration for
so
oxygen.
I used to do those all the time.
This is a Steve thing. Winklers.
So here, Sean, I've got, you can overlay KML files. So there's our
Oh, nice.
cable loop out in Endeavour. How do I get the bar at the bottom? No, I don't want to skip to. We only really can trust the next 48 hours.
And it doesn't look that bad.
Well, this is just wind. We got to look at the sea state too. There it is.
Oh,
Still, that's only 17 knots. Probably continues to build.
oh. Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, but don't think of it. Don't look at anything past Monday. Let's go back and look at waves.
Are we discussing the weather?
Yeah.
We're letting a website dictate it to us.
Well, you know what? I've been on the Coast Guard ships quite a bit doing this type of work, and Coast Guard captains will look at Environment Canada as the absolute worst case scenario type conditions.
Yeah.
But I tried to take kind of good notes based on what the captain said was going to happen, what I thought was going to happen, and then what actually happened.
Yeah.
And Windy kind of like struck that nice in between kind of trust. I trust it.
Yeah, nice.
It's also really pretty.
It is pretty.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Streamlined.
Yeah.
Have you played around with it enough to try like importing your own models? I know it can run different models.
Oh
instead of
gosh,
default.
no. I've got like an overlay of where the network cable loop is, so I'm not guessing in the ocean. I know like at this point, but like it's still a model. It's not like there's a weather buoy right there.
Sure.
That's maybe something we should do. Play with your own weather models. No, I don't know.
I'll slow down, Mike.
Oh yeah. I don't know what Ian was saying. 5 meter waves. But I don't see 5 meter waves.
Huh.
Not here, at least.
What do you see?
3 meters, but that's Tuesday, and that's too far away to really feel reliable.
3 meters on Tuesday.
The other day was what, 6 meters, 5 meters?
Was it?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh, I don't think they were that big.
No?
What, when we were transiting from Cascadia to Barkley?
Rather when we were sitting in an Endeavour and then decided to jog
decided
off.
not to.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can look back at the Grafana. How far back does Grafana go?
Forever, man.
Infinite?
What do you want to look for?
Wave heights.
Oh, I don't have that.
Okay, well, like maybe ship heave.
I have Herc depth. I know what you're asking for. Let me see if I can pull it up. What dashboard does that show up on? Mess kiosk? Sure. Hearing nothing. Roll pitch heave is what you're after?
Sure.
And what day?
What day is it today?
Oh, today is
Probably
Saturday.
the last 7 days.
Saturday.
Today's Saturday. Oh yeah, let's just see what the biggest waves were over the last...
I got wind speed and I've got pitch roll heave.
Okay.
So
which isn't a direct measure of waves.
How do I enhance?
When that splashed Sean and Lori on the front deck looked pretty big.
That was impressive.
And you got that on camera too. That's like
that was a big wave.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so biggest heave I can see is from positive 1.8 to minus 2.4. That might have been over. That's a span. That's a half-day span, but that doesn't tell you much. So
no.
To the gist of all that. Yeah, you don't really get much info out of this without exporting another thing. It's kind of just momentary.
Okay.
But the pointy graph says, I don't know, over 2 meters up and over 2 meters down. So the 4 meter max, I don't know. What?
Oh.
I guess that's a nice thing. Sorry, I'm continuing a conversation in my head with myself. It's nice to be on a 12-hour watch for the ROV pilots because you're going to get a little bit more than just blue water.
Yeah.
right? I remember
Yeah.
being on like a 4 to 8, and all I ever got to do was deployments and recovery.